people. Where are you? I don't have peoples anywhere.
You told me you knew how to do this.
I don't know how to do this.
I said, have you got YouTube on your phone? You said, yes.
I do have YouTube
Well,
on
then
my
you
phone.
should know how to do this.
No, I have YouTube. I don't have you on the phone.
Once you get to the live show, it automatically pops up. You have to come to the live. So you should be notified. If you're not notified, then you got to go to my channel and go where it says live.
Okay. I
mean, I have hard enough time finding it myself. I do.
Skip Smith, The Villages. Okay, I got that part. Okay, I got you. Is this a channel you lost?
Yeah, okay, so I got my channel back. I don't have the RV channel though.
It's there you are. It says live.
It's still gone. There it is. No, that's last week's. I don't want that live show. I want the new one. Where is the new one? People up here laughing their ass off going, what's the matter with this idiot?
Okay, but you're talking and this is talking at the same time, so do I want to turn this off?
I don't hear nothing.
I can hear it in my ears.
Well, then you may want to shut the volume off, or you're going to get feedback.
Gotcha.
I got to find it myself. Google account, switch account. Let me switch account and see what I can find here. I don't even know
I have you. I have you.
Do you?
It's sort of, your camera's sort of
high.
there
we are. There.
Your camera's signing in. You want your camera that high? It's photographing the upper windows.
Yeah.
You want
it? See, now I got to sign in. So I hate this double verification thing. I got fingerprints. I got to sign in. I got to do all this stuff now.
That you didn't have to do before?
No. So
do you want to adjust your camera?
Why?
Because it's taking a picture way up here instead of us.
Well, I don't want to show too much.
What, are you embarrassed about your legs?
Where am I at?
Oh.
What?
Sue wants me to talk about this, so I got this. Okay.
Now I got to find my channel again. This is getting ridiculous to do this. We're just ridiculous.
You know what we need is those cookies that Karen brought you.
Well, wait till I I go in there and I got to make your coffee.
You haven't made my coffee yet?
You want the latte, so I got to get the machine going. Leave me alone while I'm trying to find this. What's that? Is that it?
I need coffee. Is it Jose's coffee?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I'll be patient and wait. How come I'm
okay? There we are.
Okay. Oh, hi, Kevin. Hi, Carol.
Do you see the chat?
Hi, Carol again.
Okay.
Hi, Laura.
Sue will be inside watching too, so she'll help out.
Oh, good.
So let me go get the coffee, answer the questions, do what you want to do.
And cookies. Karen's cookies.
Cookies.
I saw Karen's cookies. Hello. Okay. Ooh, Carol. Suburban Chicago, 77 degrees, huh? That's pretty good. Hi, Sherry Barnes 7. Spanish Springs. Bill D. All right. This is great. This is sort of fun being on this side instead of that side.
Oh.
So Skip is making me coffee because that's how he bribes me to come to these things. So, and he's making Jose's coffee, so that's pretty cool. But it's sort of weird when there's nobody here and you're talking to a screen. Oh, okay. So while we're waiting so that old Grumpy stays back there, I stopped at Barnes & Barnes today, or yesterday. Skip, when he came to Julian, really liked the apple cider donuts. And the last time we were by Brown & Brown, they had apple cider donuts, so I went to go get those for him. And I found out that they actually don't have them yet because apparently the yeast won't rise if the temperature is too hot. But I did find out that they have their 5 weeks of fall coming up. I thought this was really cool, and it might be something you guys are interested in going to. It says it starts September 27th, and it goes all the way to October 26th, and it's on each of the weekends. And they told me that they'll start having the apple cider donuts when they open up on the 27th, so you can get them there. And it says the first weekend is Hometown Heroes, honoring our local legends. And then the following weekend is Wild West Showdown, Saddle Up for Frontier Thrills. And then the third weekend, which is October 11th and 12th, it's Wine Your Way Around, Uncork the Fun. And then on October 18th, 19th, that should be fun. It's the Harvest Celebration. So magic, music, and memories. And then for those who really want to get into it, there's a Halloween fest of costumes, chills, and community thrills on October 25 to 26. So this looks pretty good. Sue and I were talking about when she's feeling a little better, we'll go out there. And oh, by the way, she's feeling really well. She just says she's not camera worthy, so she's hiding behind the scenes with Buddy. But they've got fireworks on the 4th, the 11th, and the 25th of October. They've got cotton candy. They've got face painting for the kids or your grandkids. They've got a Wild West showdown and all kinds of gourmet food, apple cider donuts, and funnel cakes. So this looks pretty good, don't you think? So Judy P., get ready, we're going. And anybody else that would like to join us, Karen, Brad, Jerry, everybody else, come join us. It'll be fun. So there's that one. Then, oh, and here's the blueberry lemon sourdough scones that I got from Brown & Brown. And the one that Skip wants is the cherry almond sourdough scones. That looks pretty good too. So we got a lot of food. Then the other announcement I'm supposed to make while Grumpy is doing his thing back there is Skip and Sue's Getaway is coming up. It's 7 nights, Key West, Grand Cayman, and Cozumel. And it departs from Orlando on February the 7th, 2006.
Here,
if you guys are...
Japanese writing on top.
What is that? It looks like a smushed marshmallow. It's not very barista-like. So anyway, here's the cruise. If you're interested, you can always reach out to Skip and Sue, or if you're a Patreon or a Discord member, Discord member, you can see this stuff online. So all of that's available for you guys, including all the details, which I can't tell what her stuff is from her notes. But it says something about, French Normandy, Italian Tuscan, Cyprus Mediterranean, Cosmopolitan American. Oh, those are the included restaurants. And then you have to pay for Eden, Le Grand Bistro, Raw on 5, Fine Cut Steakhouse, Rooftop Grill, La Petite Chef. Ooh, and then they have Spa Cake, Mast Grill, Eden Cake, Ocean View Cafe Buffet. Oh, and they have one white night. Check closed to sale date. Oh, I don't know what that is. I have no idea. Maybe when you dress up in a white tuxedo? I'm not sure. Anyway, those are my official announcements. I've done my duty. Now I get to... By the way, if you don't know, Skip is really good at making coffee. He's got this espresso machine that he paid $1 bazillion for. Ooh, Karen. Are you going to join me or is this my show? Ooh, no-see-ums. I'm getting bit by no-see-ums. Okay. As usual, he's running around like a chicken without a head.
I had to shut this off. She said that
Why?
you guys could hear me in her cussing.
I'm making announcements and you're back there cussing?
No, I wasn't cussing.
Okay.
Other than it seems like getting the show started anymore. It's getting harder and harder.
You should turn around so you don't have your butt in the picture.
But they in the picture.
Your butt is in the picture.
They can see you. That's all they care about. They don't care about me.
You can see your butt.
They don't give a shit whether I'm on here or not.
Oh, Laura says, Skip, I will have a latte as well. So you need to go make another latte.
Well, you're going to have to come to the show.
And Carol says, I don't want a latte, but I'll take a tea. Huh?
Does this mic look right or does it look stupid? I can't say.
It always looks stupid on you, but that's okay.
Does it look stupid? I don't like it to look like there's a flower sticking out underneath of my shirt.
Well, there you go.
If I put it down here.
That looks better.
Well, I usually clip it on my pocket, like right here.
And then it
But see, it hangs down, and I don't like that.
Put it over there. It's better over there. We don't want him to look down.
In here?
Yeah, that was better.
Does it sound okay?
I don't know. You have to ask
Well, no, a
Sue,
few
does
of
it
these
sound
shows we've been
okay?
on, I'm not sure about these microphones because I listen to the audio quality and they sound, I don't know, they just sound off. But it could be the room that I'm in. I don't know that.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, what are we eating here?
I don't know, but I have to answer some questions apparently. Let me go
They can
back.
wait. Cherry almond sourdough scones.
Yeah.
Cherry and almond. I might have one of
How
them.
is my new golf
I don't
cart?
care
New
about
golf cart
cinnamon.
is
I don't
great.
care about cinnamon anything except these
Oh, what are these?
snickerdoodles.
Oh, wait a minute. Did Sue make these or did
Look at
Karen
here.
make these?
Who's calling me?
Somebody to tell you it's on the blog. Okay, hello everyone.
I'm not answering.
This is hard to do. I hope this barista doesn't mess up our orders otherwise.
What?
Okay, DJM says, hi Skip and Linda, where is Sue? So Sue had a little surgery, and she's recovering from that. It's a skin surgery, dermatology surgery, and she's doing real well. She says she has no pain, so that's a good thing. But she says she's not camera ready. So a couple of weeks, she'll be back.
She had a facelift. No, I
She doesn't need a facelift. She doesn't have a facelift.
No, but I'll tell you, for a few years now, she's been talking about wanting to have, and I don't really care one way or the other. I said, hey, call Medicare and go do it. I don't care. If we want to call it a little eye thing.
Eye lift? I don't
because
know.
of wrinkles around I don't know what you call that.
I don't know
the
either.
bags under the eyes, and they kind of stretch the skin and make all that go away.
It sounds like a facelift to me.
Well, it's not. It's not a total facelift. Deb wanted to get one.
Mini facelift.
I guess. But Deb, I think called eye lift.
Okay.
That's what it's called. Deb wanted to get one of these. She always said that. She said, I want to get one of these.
And my mother used to do that.
Yeah. And anyway, I don't know if she ever did or not, but I don't see the point myself. What, so you look good in your casket? I mean, what's the point?
Are you going to be in a casket?
Me? No, they can cremate me. I don't care.
Yeah, you don't care?
It doesn't make any difference.
Yeah.
Let's get into religion.
Let's not get into religion.
If you believe in the Bible, and some people don't, they have different religions. Like I know you're a Buddhist, right? Were you was raised Buddhist?
I was raised
Kinda?
both. Yeah.
Both. Okay.
Yeah.
Bible says that once you die,
Buddhism is more of a philosophy, by the way, than it is.
It's not a religion.
Well, some people classify it that way, but
well, actually, you could think Christianity is no more than a philosophy. Christianity is no more than the Bible's no more than just a great story.
Lots of stories,
and you can look at it that way.
You can.
But if you believe in it,
yes,
the Bible says that once
How come you who are not religious know all of these things?
Who said I wasn't religious?
You said you're not.
I never said I wasn't. I said I don't practice it. I don't go to church every Sunday. Nothing in the Bible says you have to do that.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I know for a fact. Nothing in the Bible. It says keep the Sabbath holy. That's what it says. Nowhere does it say you must attend church.
What does it mean to keep the Sabbath holy?
Technically, I think that day is supposed to be reserved for God, between you and God, your relationship between you and God. You can take that phrase and twist it any way you want, I suppose, but that's the way I take it. You know, so whether you're playing baseball or not, just remember it's a great day that you.
Is there like a St. James version of the Bible?
A what?
St. James version of the Bible.
I don't know.
And there's a Skip Smith version of the Bible.
Well, everybody's got their own version. Everybody takes a phrase. For example,
okay,
where there's something in the Bible, and I don't know exactly the words of it, says something about the serpents. You know, take the serpents won't hurt. Take the serpents one way. So thus, the church in Kentucky is snake handlers. They took that one little phrase.
Oh, I thought the serpent was the one that gave the apple to.
Forget it. I'm talking about a phrase. I'm not talking about a story. I'm talking about one line in the Bible. These people out here know what I'm talking about, and they'll put it on there. You'll be able to see it. Okay. About this one line about keep the serpents holy or something like that. And so now in Kentucky, you have the snake handlers. And they go out and catch rattlesnakes and stuff, bring them into church, and
Is a rattlesnake a serpent?
If you have no sin, you have nothing to fear. If a snake bites you, you will not die.
All men had sin.
Who?
All men are sinners.
That's another part. We're talking about this one part. You know what?
You're always so selective.
I'm turning this on. You're driving me nuts. I'm starting to sweat already. Weird.
What are you turning on? Oh, your Jackery? You use your Jackery?
Turn that on.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah.
All right.
I use that thing all the time, everywhere.
That's a mini Jackery, though.
That's a small one.
You've got the big one, too.
But it does all the great things, small things. It's easy to carry around. It doesn't take up no room at all. Fast charging.
That's good.
From complete dead to...
So where do you use it most? Like out here?
Everywhere. I swear to God, I use this thing in my room sometimes where I'll plug 2 or 3 telephones in it or 2 or 3 things like that because my other plugs are just full of
How
stuff.
many amp hours does that one have?
You know, I knew you were going to ask me all these difficult. I think
it says it on there.
Does it? Well, I don't think so, but I think it's like 240, 250, 320.
No,
Yeah.
not that many. That's
Yeah.
too small.
I'm telling you, I think it is.
What do your big one have?
2200, 2400.
You sure that's not your inverter you're talking about?
I'm talking I'm just telling.
Are you talking
I don't know
watts?
what I'm talking about.
That I believe.
I am not an electrician. This was watt hours and watts and amps. I have no idea of any of that.
You were a carpenter.
So when you're asking how big is that, what are you asking?
How many amp hours?
How many amp hours?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I almost fell over.
Because the ones I had for my RV were 200 amp hours that I gave to you, that you put in your RV, and you got all mad at them, and so you took them out, and you gave them back to me.
I wish I hadn't have done that, because I figured out after I got pissed off and I had to take it all out, which costs money, right?
Yeah.
And they give me all the parts right here in the garage, well, except for that box.
Inverter.
The converter.
Inverter.
I did that. I screwed it up. I know I did. I got thinking about it because why was it working perfectly for 3 or 4 days? Mm-hmm. Then all of a sudden, the generator won't charge batteries up anymore.
What did you do?
Well, I put stuff in the side box. He did. See, this is where I blame Wayne for being the professional that he's supposed to be, and he didn't tell me, the idiot that I told him I am. I mean,
you should have known.
Yeah, you should have known. Anybody should have known. If I tell you, look, I don't know what you're talking about, so if there's anything I need to know, let me know. Write it down. Something as simple as the phone. You know, on the top of your box, there's these buttons, and there's this little digital TV thing up there. Yeah. And you set all these settings for whatever you're setting it up for. Right. Well, there's 101 settings for each button. Yeah. I mean, I went through them all. Trust me, I tried to figure this thing out. And there's no YouTube channel that tells you anything about it. The website don't tell you anything about it, but they do say things like, well, you have to know about this, know about that, and then you set all these settings according to that. And I'm going, I have no idea what you're talking about. So that's why I got pissed off, so just take it out. Well, about 3 or 4 days in, I think we were going to Indiana, if I remember right, we got something. I forget what it was. Anyway, I was packing it in that same door. I shouldn't put anything in there. Yeah. I think it was the carpet that goes outside. The rug had it rolled up, and I shoved it in there. Oh. And I think it went on top of that box and hit one of them buttons or 2 of them and changed things. Once it changed things, I couldn't figure out. So what Wayne should have done, being the professional he said he is, everything worked fine up to that point. He should have took a simple thing like his phone, took a picture of that, as far as I'm concerned, that little TV where all the settings are at, so I would have it. He could send it to me on my phone. Then I could always go through there and look for these little things. And, I want that one. I want that one.
Did you do that with your espresso machine? Because you pushed the wrong buttons on your espresso machine, and Jose had to come and fix it.
No, I didn't say I pushed the wrong buttons. The last time he was here, he changed the settings on it. There's 2 settings that you have to, is the amount that goes into the cup. Yeah. And then how fine the grind is. Yep. And all that has to be adjusted according to the meter on the front. Uh-huh. And mine was getting to the point where it just really wasn't, the meter wasn't doing like it should be doing. And I didn't know. And I had it as fine as I could get it without overflowing in the cup and everything. And it just wasn't working right. So I thought maybe it was the beans because it was working fine up to that point. Yeah. And he looked at me, he says, these beans are a year old.
It was the beans.
Well, I didn't know beans went bad. So anyway, I told him, I said, well, I want you to change it anyway, because I said, this thing just hasn't been working right. So that's what he was doing here. You have to take the machine apart. Yeah. Mine, you can do this. I won't do it. And inside there, he's always showing me, see this thing right here? See this red dot right here? This here, you can slide this way for this and this. I said, yeah, well, okay. So anyway, he's got it. And I went when we did yours, it worked out really well. And the reason why you want that meter to go up to the gray area on the second time through, is because that's where you get the, how do they call it?
Acid? Or?
No, if I got clear shot glasses in there, you have to check it. Uh-huh. It'll settle like cream and butter. Yeah. You'll get the espresso down here, and then you get the lighter. What? Yeah, but that's called something. That's called something. He hates it when I say things like foam.
Help us.
I know. He'll go, no, and then he'll tell me what that is.
Jurong.
I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, that's what you want. Yeah. And you want it to set for, say, 3 minutes and see if it's still the same thickness or is it going away.
Okay.
And last time he said it, it was like 50-50, which I've never had it that high before.
So what happens if it's 50-50?
I don't know. You're getting the first cup. You tell me. What does it taste
I was
like?
going to say, it tastes good. It tastes really good. I was going to say, does it make it more bitter?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think it should make it a little stronger than what I'm used to.
It's actually very mild. It tastes good.
It?
Yeah, I mean, smooth mild. Smooth mild.
I don't know. I haven't had it, so I don't know.
It's good. Okay, what are we eating?
Well, I don't know about
I thought you said Karen made those.
She did make them.
No, Sue said she made those.
No, I already ate Sue's. The cookie jar's in my computer room.
That's why she was telling me it was.
Yeah, she don't know. I've already ate all of those.
Well, thank you, Karen.
Because those are pretty good too.
All your cookies went.
What is this again?
Scone. It's a cherry almond sourdough.
What is a scone?
You know what though? It probably needs like a microwave. Zap in the microwave because it's a little dry.
I don't mind dry. What is a scone exactly? Compared to a biscuit or?
It's an English biscuit.
Is it?
Sort of. Yeah.
So you can have them for breakfast? Put gravy on them?
I won't go that far. Oh, well, you can. If they're not the fruit ones, you can. They have like cheddar cheese scones. Not bad, right?
So
I know they're not your donut, but
you being a chef that you think you are.
I never said I was a chef.
What's the difference between a sauce and a gravy? I've asked that to a lot of people that cook, and I got one answer that may be true. I'm not sure.
Like gravy would have like a higher fat content than a sauce would.
You think people that have gravy actually measure the fat content?
Well, I think it's what you make it from. You probably make it from things like fat, beef, chicken, right? And sauces can be like peanut sauce or tahini sauce, because tahini's fat too. I don't know. What's the answer?
I don't know what the answer is. I've asked that question. One lady.
Where did you come up with this question?
These are things I think about all the time. I think about some of the strangest things sometimes. And when she sent me a thing, she says, the main difference between a sauce and a gravy is gravy takes flour.
Oh.
That sounds like that could be true.
No sauce takes flour?
Well, I don't know. You tell me. If you get spaghetti and you have spaghetti sauce, is there flour in spaghetti sauce?
No.
I don't think so. So she might be right.
She's probably a chef.
Yeah, I don't know.
She probably knows what she's talking about.
I never know what people are talking about.
These are good.
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh, this is deadly.
What'd you get?
The snickerdoodle?
They're a habit for me.
They're good.
I know it.
You eat a whole cookie jar full?
She made probably about that many right there.
You ate them all?
Well, it took 2 or 3 days. She was, I sit there in my chair, and when I edit videos, my routine is I edit them. I watch them 3 or 4 times on the computer because there's a difference. Once you download them, there's no more editing you can do. And then I upload them to a YouTube channel in 1080p, which is a quick way of doing things quick. And then I play it, but it's unlisted. But for me as a content creator, I can go in there and I can watch it on my TV, because I know 90% of people, that's how they're watching these videos, on their TV. And then I can critique it. I'm listening to the audio. What does it sound like? I'm looking at the picture. Is my eyes clear? And I've seen the last 2 or 3 of them, because I've changed things in there that, I don't know, because the way I got the green screen set now or something, the light's pointed the wrong way. I don't know, but I look at the camera sometimes, just one eye's green. It looks like the devil coming at you. Little things like that's what I look at, and I try to correct.
But you can't change it once you.
No, that's why I leave it on the computer.
Oh, it can be changed.
Then I go back in the computer and I can kind of tweak it. I may not be able to change it without doing it. And I have done this where I've done something on it, and I look at it and go, man, that's awful. The camera's not focused or anything, and I have to go in and do a reread, do a reprint, do a re-everything. And it's just time-consuming as hell. And I'm almost got to the attitude anymore that I don't give a shit. I'm just going to do it. They can take it, leave it. I don't care. Is that awful or what?
So did you tell everybody what your conclusion was on how you got hacked?
Here's what
Did you fess up?
No, I haven't said anything to anybody. You guys are the only one I ever talked to, because I still don't know for sure. This is all a guess. I do have the person's name /name, because you can put any name on, like you're Jazzy's mom.
Right.
But you're not Jesse's mom. That's what I'm saying. The name that I got is just a name.
Yeah.
And it was attached to my account, of which I took it off, but I kept the name. And then I went to that YouTube channel. That channel has been taken down. So I don't know anymore, because I was going to harass him, to be honest with you.
Because you had two different things happen. You had one that offered you the batteries.
This might be the same person. I'm trying to put two and two. I can't, because his channel's gone now, and I can't trace it down. But I got an offer probably a month ago about lithium batteries, which they're in the garage. You saw them.
Yep.
And it was going to be a sponsor. I never did talk to him on the phone. This is one of the major, if I can't talk to you on the phone, I'm not doing business with you. And I think that's just going to be
a lesson learned.
That's a lesson learned. Hard time. So anyway, he was wanting me to do a commercial of this battery and send him the commercial. I didn't have to put the commercial on my channel. He wanted the commercial to put on his channel.
Okay.
I went to that channel that he sent me a link to. And there was 4 or 5 other guys on there talking about this battery. So that led me to believe, and each one of them guys had a YouTube channel. I went to the channel and checked it out.
Okay.
So it all looked legit to me, and I thought, sure, I'll do a commercial. You know, we need help on this channel all the time anyway, money-wise, because cameras and shit cost a lot of money. And so I sent him an email back saying, yeah, I think I can do a commercial for you. And he wanted it to be like anywhere from 1 to 3 minutes long, no longer than that. And he had certain things, criteria that he wanted in it. And I said, sure, I can do all that. So anyway, I had the camera, which you saw it out in the garage. The camera and table's out there. I was going to do right there on the table. Right. And so I said, send me a couple of batteries, and then I'll set them up. He said, I can do that. Give me an address. I gave him my home address. Okay. So they and FedEx showed up like 2 or 3 days later and brought these batteries. Now, so far you've talked to him. Or you haven't talked to him, emails. But you've exchanged emails, and you've given him your home address, but he doesn't have any other information about YouTube or... He said he found my channel. I don't know how they do this. He said he found my channel, and he thinks that what he had to sell would really work criteria here on this channel. Okay. He said, because we also sell the big lithium batteries for the new golf carts. Okay. And I think that's where he was kind of tie all this in. Yeah. And I said, well, I can do that. And also lithium batteries. I got an RV channel, which I still don't have that back. I mean, I don't know where it is. We're still trying to figure it out. Okay. And so I said, okay, I'll do that. So one thing led to another. He sent me these batteries. I sent him an email back saying, okay, I got the batteries back. He sends me this thing. I forget what it was. It was on, the address was desk something. And he wanted me to send, I forget what it was now, something. And so I sent it. And then shortly after that, everything changed. What was the something that you sent him? Some link to something? Or did he send you something and you clicked on his link? I think that's what it was. He sent me something, and I clicked on it, said, open this up, and blah, blah, blah. And I opened it up to go in there. And basically all it was Hawk. Looking for cats. Oh. Stray cats that run. People seem to think it's okay to let your cat out at night around here. And I'm telling you, I keep telling people, don't do it. They'll look like that. They'll look like that. But anyway, I think I did it. I think I opened something up, and he got information, got in there, because even since then, I still took this guy as being legit. Because after we got hacked and everything changed, I lost my email account. That was the thing. I lost the email account. I don't even know what the guy's email was. Yeah, I remember you told me that. But we got the channel back. So first thing I did was we went on that email. There he is. So I sent him an email saying, hey, I don't want you to think that I'm pulling some kind of a shenanigan on you or a scam on you. I said, I'm not. I'm not that guy. I said, I just got my channel back. I explained the whole thing. And I said, if you would rather not do business with me now and want these batteries back, not a problem. I said, just send me a return slip for FedEx. And I said, and I'll give them to you, and you can have batteries back. Right. I said, because I don't do business that way. Right. Never heard anything. So about maybe a week later, I sent him another one saying, hey, I sent you one. Just let me know what you want me to do with these batteries. Do you still want me to do the commercial, or do you want these batteries back? Never heard anything. I did that 3 times. That's not good. That's what got me thinking, what if this is a guy that hacked me? That's a good guess. But I got the batteries, and I thought, I wonder if the batteries are any good. Right. They look new, so I put a tester on them. They're all fully charged. But when we went to go look at them, Where? What?
When you and I went to go look at the batteries.
Yeah. There's no return address.
There's no return address.
That's right.
And the box looks like it's been wrapped about 10 different times with tape.
Well, you know, I don't really look at that so much as being that bad because it seems like a lot of things I even get from Amazon, the boxes look a little beat up.
Yeah, but that looks really beat up.
Does it?
Yeah.
Could be. It could be me just being stupid again. I don't know. But that's changed. My whole attitude about sponsorships now, I had a criteria on sponsorships from a long time ago. Are you kidding me? Every Wednesday we come out here.
Uh-oh.
Somebody riding around in a goddamn lawnmower.
Are you sure it's not your gardener?
No. He'll go down there, mow something. They're not supposed to do that, by the way.
Oh, really? They're supposed to park right by the...
They're supposed to load it up and move it. They're not supposed to drive them around a public highway.
That is
It's against the law. These are public roads. It's against the law to ride. But listen, I'm not going to complain about it. He'll be here. He's gone. I talked to the guy, actually. He's a nice guy. And I've actually considered, you know, I've had this guy here mowing my grass now for almost 11 years.
I know. I have to contact him because your yard looks really good. Looks really good.
Yeah, but he just mows grass. He don't do anything about the grass.
No. The other guy, the guy that does the detail stuff. You gave me his name. Not your mower, but the guy that like trims your...
I never give you no detail stuff. Sue hires all these people. I have no idea who they are.
You do too. You told me his name.
I didn't.
Well, everybody's like Jose to you, so it was one of the Jose.
You mean like the guy that trims the trees?
Well, yeah, and you told him about the mulch you wanted on there. Yeah, who does the mulching stuff? That's not
Sue?
you. No.
Yes. She goes to the store, buys these things by the bags, brings them home, and she...
Okay, who does the bushes?
Who does what?
The bushes.
That would be another
Jose.
foreigner.
Yeah, Jose.
No, he's like, you know, no. That's the guy that mows the grass is Jose.
One.
God, what is his name? It doesn't make any difference. He's just another guy. You call him up, and he'll come.
He does a great job.
He's a good guy, and he's a good guy, and he's an honest guy. I mean, I know people about the foreign people now. Everybody really leery about it, but he's been doing it for years. What he does is you tell him what you want done. He'll come to your house first. After he does what he does, and he comes by at the end of the day when he's done.
Yeah.
You go around, you tell him what you want. I want these trimmed. Don't bother that. I want this cut. Blah, blah, blah. He'll even spray the weeds in your flower beds if you want him to. Tell him what you want done.
Yeah, that's good.
Then he'll tell you how much it is.
Okay.
But he won't do any more. And don't come out and ask him to do more because
that's it?
That's it. You done told him what you wanted done.
Yeah.
If you come out later and change your mind, that changes the price.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, well, some people are weird. See, like that tree, I had it the trunk.
Yeah.
They call that a diamond cut.
Right.
Well, it was diamond cut about halfway up, and so matter of fact, you can see where it stopped.
Right.
And then it went up more.
Yeah, because they grow.
But that part that went up was not diamond cut. It was just where the limbs were cut off.
Yeah.
And I went out and I kept looking at it, and I told him, I said, do you by some chance do this? He said, yeah. He said, I can do that. I said, do you need to come back later and do it? Because he's kind of funny about changing things. He said, no, I can do it right now. You want me to do it? I said, how much more? And I forget what he told me. $30, something, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, let's do it now while you're here. I've learned that here in Florida, if nothing else. Get it done while they're there.
That's right.
Because next week that business can be gone. We talked about this.
Except he's been with you for 11 years?
No, this guy, this guy's probably been cutting my trees now for about 5 years.
Okay.
Off and on. He does a good job. Yeah. And the thing I really like about him, their cleanup is great. There's absolutely nothing left. When they trim bushes, they put tarps all over the ground.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, and they collect everything, and then he'll drag it. He drags it out to his trailer and throws everything on there.
Good. Yeah, that's nice to have it cleaned up.
Price, I don't know. You tell me. To trim all this stuff and drag it out of here, $200, is that high? I don't think it is.
I don't think it is.
He does that in the back, too, that big, long, bushy area.
Look at a love bug. I have not seen love bugs. Look at that. Oh, don't hurt him.
May and September.
I know, but they haven't been around. Last May they didn't.
No, we haven't had a whole lot of them in the last few years.
I know.
May and September is when they come out.
That's when they're supposed to come out.
You'll see them around the swimming pool, generally.
I used to see them just on my windshield.
Well, yeah, you'll do that too. But Sue says they're out a lot around gas stations for some reason. Are we answering questions, or are these people just getting bored listening to us ramble?
They're getting bored because you and I are yakking. Because you're telling everybody about how you were stupid and got hacked.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. I got my channel back, so now I'm trying to have a conversation with you two about getting my RV channel back. And they keep sending me something saying, fill this form out so we can look into it.
Huh?
Well, you have to click that button to go to that form. And every time I click that button, it says, I don't have access to that form.
Oh, King James Version. Thank you, not St. James.
King James.
St. James is one of the villages.
What?
Never mind.
Say that again? King James is one of the villages.
No. King James is the version of the Bible. Before, I think I said St. James, but St. James is
Okay,
one of the
yeah.
villages.
Well, it could be. Like I say, I'm not a fanatic about religion, but everybody's got their beliefs and they don't believe. So, I mean, look at the people up. What's the name of that city where the Chinese emperor and things was exiled up there in the mountains, and that's where the Dalai Lama stays, and all the monks are up there. What do they call that up there? Anyway, they don't believe they believe the spirit is let loose in the sky. And so these sky people up there, when these people die, they just drag their bodies out into this certain area and they let the buzzards eat them. Yeah, this is absolutely true.
Because you said so.
Go to YouTube. There's gross pictures of this. And then after the buzzards are done.
Everything on YouTube is for real.
It's video. And matter of fact, it's gotten so bad that the Dalai Lama is thinking about making it, how you put it?
Chano Martinez.
Who?
Chano Martinez.
Yeah, Chano. That's his name, Chano.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's Sue telling you that?
That's Sue.
See, she hires this stuff, not me.
Yeah, but you always talk about him. Oh, you should tell people about the time you got put in jail. That's a fun story.
Well, everybody knows how easygoing I am about everything, so I'm sure they can't imagine me being put in jail.
Yeah, and I didn't believe you because he always tells stories, and 50% of the time they're not real.
That's not true.
In fact, when he was talking about this story, I still didn't believe him.
She never believes a word I say.
I bet you a lot of you guys don't believe what he says either. Okay, tell him the story.
You know, Madam Lawyer.
Yes.
You're innocent till proven guilty. So when I tell you a story,
you've proven yourself guilty so many times.
You've never proved any of my stuff. If I tell you a story, whether you believe or don't believe it, I always say, just take what I say as true and move on because you'll not be able to prove me wrong.
Well, we know that you weren't a sniper.
You don't know that.
You told me that.
Prove that.
You told me because I can't believe what you told me.
Prove that I said it. Show me that recording.
Another cookie.
Judge, I like to treat this witness hostile.
You're always hostile. Okay, so tell him the story.
What story am I telling?
Huh? About?
You was asking how many watt hours.
About you
and there's nothing on here.
You getting Sue thrown into jail.
Wait a minute, I see something here. Capacity lithium ion 16.8 amp hours. Is that what you want to know?
Yeah, but that's nothing. That doesn't make any sense either.
I'm just telling you what it says. Unless you think I'm making it up.
No, you could be. I'm sure it's not 1,600.
No, wait a minute. And that side it says 241.9 watt hours. Oh no, it's 14.4 volts, 241.9 watt hours.
Okay. Somebody out there is an engineer, electrician, can tell us if that's real.
What's real?
What you just said.
I know it is.
Or you're lying.
That right there is what I told you a while ago. I said I think it's around 240, and I'm correct. Right there it says so.
Okay. 240 amp hours, that makes
241.9 watt hours.
But like those two batteries that you have in your garage?
Or 100 watt hours.
And they're bigger than that. Are they not?
The batteries are.
Counselor?
Well, batteries are, but this ain't just the battery in here. You know that. That's got everything else in there, too. So it's not a very big battery, I'll grant you. But I'm just telling you that's what it is. I hooked that up to a portable TV once that I had in there, which is out in the garage now. I'll give it away. It's like a 30-inch or something like that. But it don't have all the frills. It's just... It's
a dumb TV?
It's a dumb TV. And I hooked it up to this when I first got this, just to see how long, because I was thinking about the RV, Boondocking. So how long will that TV run? And I hooked it up, and it run that TV for 23 straight hours. Now, you're going to ask me how many volts is the TV taking on? I don't know. All I can tell you is it run it for 23 hours, which to me, that was great.
I mean, most of the time in the RV, the problem that we have is if you have a piece of equipment or an appliance that draws the watts or the amps real quickly at the beginning, like your microwave, right?
Or
maybe a coffee maker. Yeah, I was going to say a coffee maker probably does that too.
That's why I had to get the big one. This one will not run my coffee maker in the camper.
Oh, okay.
It's the heating of the water process. That one takes 1,500
watts.
And it clicks us right off.
Yeah, and there's some formula to convert amp hours to watts. You have to ask Roy.
You know, in America, we don't need this. We don't need formulas anymore.
We just need like 120 volts.
Just buy it, take it home, plug it in. It's supposed to work. All right, what am I talking about now?
When you almost got Sue thrown into jail.
No, Sue didn't go to jail.
No, that's a different story.
That's a different story. What story you want about it? What prison story do you want from me?
When you got thrown into jail, actually, Sue got you thrown into jail.
Well, that's when we were younger.
I know. That's what I'm talking about. Because Sue was legal, but you were illegal.
I thought you were talking about the time I went to jail for not showing up for court. I was in Miami during the Cuban crisis down there. I told you that story. Let me tell you that story. I'm not going to get into one where drag Sue into it. She may not like it. But back in my trucking days.
Which is the one where you spent the weekend in jail?
When I was in Miami.
Oh, okay. Tell that story then.
I had this load. I had to go to Miami. It was a load of refrigerators from Magic Chef, which was out of somewhere in Muscatine, Iowa. And I'm going down there, and they give me this delivery day to be down there. And as I'm traveling down there, that's when the Cuban riots happened. But I still had a delivery date. So I call the place where I'm going to, and they give me, I told them, I want in, I want unloaded, and I want out. I'm not spending the night there, I want out. And they said, no problem, we want you out. So I go in there, and just as I get there, there's a guy locking the gate. And I said, hey, I got a delivery here. You're going to take it now? Or I said, I'm going up to the nearest rest area, and I'm dropping this trailer, and I'm going home. And he says, oh, no. He said, you come in here, we get it. So I go in there, and I back out, or back in, and the guy throws all the stuff all over the dock. I mean, they didn't mess around. And he said, we got to get you out of here. There's going to be a riot at 5 o'clock. I look at him, I said, at 5 o'clock? Is this on your schedule? There's a riot at 5 o'clock? And he said, yeah. So he tells me how to get out. Well, as we're leaving, they burnt a car, a couple of tires on the street. I don't know exactly what happened, but there was this huge hole in the road. And I had to go through that and get out of there. You know what? That's a different time. That's a different time because Sue was with me. I think Sue was with me when we done that.
Your story is changing from the one you told me.
No, it's not changing.
That's not unusual. Because
no, it's not. No, it's just I get one story kind of confused with another. Okay, let me put it this way. I'll go to the end of the story. His story is...
Wait till you get home.
I was on the road, and when I went on the road, I was on the road for a week, 2 weeks at a time. We didn't have cell phones back then. You had to call home by mall bell. Remember the card, that they charge you like $3 a minute to put in more quarters? I mean, that's all you had to do. So I didn't call home that much because it cost too much money. So I get home one day about like at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I see something rubber band to our mailbox, which I didn't think too much about it because back then it was a federal offense to put anything in a mailbox unless you was a postman. So I went on, I got this paper, and I go in the house, turn on the lights. I'm in the kitchen, probably making coffee or something. Sue's in bed asleep. And I see it was a, what do you call it when you have a thing that says you got to be in court for something? What's that paper called? What's that paper called, Madam Lawyer?
I keep thinking about the story that you told, and that they put a
Just answer my question. Just stay with me and answer my question. What's that paper called?
A warrant?
No, you're being summoned to court, and you're a witness, and they're telling you what day and what time to be there.
Okay.
What's
Keep going.
What's that paper called? You don't know. What kind of lawyer are you? So anyway. I'm still
thinking about the story you're telling.
So I have to go to court on this certain day as a witness. A subpoena. Because I was a witness, I saw a little boy get run over by a car. It's just a nasty story. And he was riding bicycles next to my son when they were little. And the guy that hit him and run over him, even back then, was a drug addict. And I knew it. And he did some things after he run over the boy that was just disgusting. So, and I wasn't the only witness. There was a lot of witnesses that testified about the same thing that I saw. So anyway, the court date had come and gone. I mean, I wasn't even here. I wasn't even aware of it. So I just thought, well, there's nothing I can do about it. The court's been coming. So I go to bed. So about 5 o'clock in the morning, now keep in mind, I knew a lot of cops in Anderson because, as you all know, that's what I wanted to be. So I knew a lot of cops. I hear this loudest damn knocking on the door. I get out of bed and I go to the front door like around 5:30 in the morning. And I open the door and it's Banana Nose Hannah. That's a nickname everybody called him, affectionately. He had a kaboscus, man, I'm telling you. So I opened the door and I seen her. I said, Hannah, so what's going on? He said, it's you. He said, I thought it was. He said, I was just hoping it was somebody else with the same name. He said, I got some bad news for you. And I said, what's that? He said, I got a warrant for your arrest. I said, what? For what? And he tells me about this. I said, yeah, I got it right here. I said, but I drive a truck for a living. I wasn't even here. I didn't even know about it. And he said, I understand. He said, but I've got this warrant, bench warrant. He said, and I've got to serve it. I have no choice. I've got to take you in. I said, okay. So I turned around and started heading back to the bedroom and get dressed. And he said, now that you're under my custody, he said, anywhere you go, I have to go with you. He said, I can't let you go alone. I said, okay. So I go back to the bedroom and I yell in and tell Sue, I says, cover up. I'm coming in with a police officer. And Sue wakes up. She goes, for what? I said, I guess I'm going to jail. I'm being arrested for not showing up in court. So we get all that out of the way. And on the way out.
She just turns around and goes back to bed.
Well, what's she's going to do? It's 5:30 in the morning. You can't go down and bail nobody out at 5:30 in the morning.
Wonder?
Yeah. I don't know what she did. I'm going to the car. I don't know what Sue did.
Okay, we'll find out.
I had more important things on my mind.
Okay.
So on the way out, just to irritate people, I said, I got to pee. So he goes in the bathroom with me, stands there, So we go out the door, and I'm like, I can't believe this is happening. So I go outside, he said, Floyd, that's my name. He said, Floyd, he said, it's protocol. I mean, I have to check you out, make sure you're not carrying anything. I have to. So I lay over the hood of his car, he pats me down, does all this and that, puts my hands in cuffs in front of me, which I thought he's being kind. He could have, but he's being kind because he knows me. No. He put it in front of me for a reason.
Uh-huh.
Because now I'm classified as a runner because I didn't show up. And that's what he told me back then. Today, I don't know how that works, but back then I was a runner. So I get in the back seat of the car and he shackles my legs, chained them to the floor, run a chain through a thing that was on the floor up to these. So I'm in the car this way. And this is how I went to jail, just like this. And I'm talking to him. Nobody's yelling, nobody's screaming, nobody's doing anything. I said, hey, Banana, I said, can I get bonded out or something? I mean, he said, I don't know. He said, I'll be up to the judge.
Not my job.
This is early Saturday morning. It never dawned on me to ask, does the judge work on Saturday? So I get there, you go through the process, fingerprint, side views of your face and crap. And every time I sat down, they kept postponing taking me into jail. Because they knew who I was, and I was no threat. So they would sit me somewhere for half an hour. You need any coffee or anything? I'll get you a cup of coffee. You want some coffee? And, of course, I didn't want any because I knew I'd have to pee if I did, so I didn't want to do that either. So every time I sat somewhere, though, there was these things on the wall. They would shackle one arm up. I'd sit here like this for a while. Then they say, hey, we're going to go over here to such and such over here. Let me take you over there. It's more comfortable. There's people you can talk to over there, and there's TV over there. We'll take you over there. It's okay. I'm shackled this way now on the wall. And who am I talking to? Winos and drunks. That's all that's in there.
But so, you didn't lose your temper or anything?
No, because I thought they were going to let me go.
Oh, okay.
I'll get fined or something, and they're going to let me go. Because these people know who I am. But doesn't go on you. These people took an oath. They have a job to do that doesn't interfere with mom, dad, sister, brother. This is their job.
Yeah, and they have protocol, and they have
protocol, and that's what they got to do. And if they don't do it, they could lose their job. Maybe, I don't know. So I didn't really get mad at him. I don't get mad at anybody for doing their job, whether you like it or not. It's their job. So I get done. Barney comes around, as we called him, Barney. Big fat guy, been there for who knows. He's the guy that walks around the jail, sells.
Not the bailiff?
Just to make sure you're not having a butthole buddy in there and that kind of thing, That's what he does. He walks around and people talk. He'd pull up a chair and a table sometimes, and through the bars, he would play checkers with guys. I mean, that's just what he did. I don't know what you call that guy, but he's like an attendant.
Okay.
And he takes me to a room and he says, grab yourself a mattress and follow me. And the mattresses are all stacked in the corner. They're all rolled up. They're like this thick. And who knows what's been on it. So you grab that, and there's no pillows involved, no sheets or blankets, just the mattress. And we go into this big holding cell, kind of like where I think they put all the alcoholics at night so they can puke on the floor and all this and that. You go in there, and there's these like metal bunks. They're like 3 high, and they're all over the place. He says, grab yourself a bunk, make yourself at home. So you go in there, and there's a bunch of guys in there. There's probably maybe 25, 30 guys in there. And I don't know where to go. And there was only like one empty bunk. The guy told me, so there's only one empty bunk here, man. I said, where's that at? And he points at it. And there was no mattress on that bunk. So I knew it was empty. It was right next to the one and only toilet in this cell.
Which is why it's empty.
Yeah, nobody wants to be there, right?
No.
25 guys, one toilet. So I'm there, and for the next 2 days, I didn't eat nothing. I did drink Kool-Aid. That's all they would give you is Kool-Aid. I don't know how they decided on Kool-Aid. It must have been the cheapest thing that you can get. I don't know. And if I asked for a cup of coffee, they brought you oatmeal in the morning.
Okay.
Which I would eat that,
Yeah.
but I wanted sugar. You can get that at the Commissary on Tuesday and Thursday. You got to buy that. How about a cup of coffee? You can get that at the Commissary on Tuesday and Thursday.
Oh, yeah, you forgot to say that when you were leaving, you left your wallet with Sue.
Yeah, when I was leaving the house, I did. I took my billfold and I gave it to Sue. I said, here's my billfold. She said, what am I do with that? I said, you may need to bail me out. I don't know. I left everything there. So when I done that, what makes it bad when they book you in, any money you have on you, they automatically put it in a bank account. And then you have money that you can spend in the Commissary on Tuesday and Thursday. I had no money. None. Because Sue had the billfold.
And it's Saturday or Sunday.
And it was Saturday or Sunday. But yeah. So after I talked to Marnie and them a couple of times, they come by sometimes with a cup, with a coffee that they got out of their office in there, and they would slide it to me. It was really a bad idea for them to do that because we did it for me, see. Yeah. That's a target on my back. Who is this guy? Yeah. Why are they bringing you coffee? Them son of a bitches don't bring me no coffee. I mean.
You're undercover.
Oh, God. I sat in that bed for 2 days, didn't eat, didn't shit, didn't piss. I didn't do nothing. I sat right there, so I'm not doing anything. I'm staying right here. Well, Sue, somehow, some way, I smoked a lot back then. She convinced them to give me my carton of cigarettes. Today, I'm sure it's unheard of, but back then, a carton of cigarettes, that's like money. So when they brought them to me, though, it was the carton was the top of it was cut open. Every pack had the top of it cut open.
Yeah, see, so, there's nothing in it.
I guess. Yeah. I don't know how they would know one way or another. I'm going back 30 years ago. How would they know back then? I mean, but anyway, I got them, so I could smoke. And which, by the way, smoking curbs your appetite a lot. So you don't feel hungry when you are hungry. You just don't feel hungry. The nicotine or something. I don't know what it is. I'm not a doctor, but I'm just telling you it curbs your appetite. Well, one day, Barney come around and he says, hey, you got to have a meeting with the judge today. He said, you're probably going to get out of here today. He said, be my best guess. He said, you shouldn't be in here to start with. I said, well, what am I going to do? He said, we had no choice. He said, but the judge will probably let you go today. I said, when am I seeing the judge? He said, at the end of the business day. He'll do his court, and then after that, people like you will come up, and he's going to let you go. I said, okay. So I sit there, and I'll tell you what, when you know you're getting out, man, that clock doesn't move very fast. It's just, and these guys are yelling over here. There's a guy down the hallway starts singing to himself, and you know, and they yell back and forth all the time. Hey, C-Block! You know, hey, C-Block! It goes on and on and on. It just drives you nuts. So finally, they come around, they get me. They take me over to some room. There's an elevator in it. We get in this elevator, and we're all cordial. He said, well, I hope you enjoyed your time here. I said, yeah, fuck you too, is what I said. So we get up to the judge's chamber, because the elevator door opened in the chamber. I assume it was his chamber. It was a real fancy office. You said that's probably
typical,
yeah. So I go in there, and this deputy sheriff's with me. Now, this is a new deputy sheriff. I had no idea who this guy was. But he was
Banana Hannah.
No. It was just a young kid. He was standing right there by the elevator door. Like maybe he's assigned to the judge. I don't know. But he followed me over to a chair, set me down in a chair, and cuffed me to the chair. I just thought this was a bit much. And
Well, you have a bench warrant out for your arrest, so
I'm arrested. I'm there.
You're arrested. Yeah.
Everybody knows I'm getting ready to go.
Well, not everybody. The young man didn't know. The judge doesn't know yet.
Okay. So anyway, I sit down there. He cuts me to the chair, and I'm trying to talk to him. And says, "So hey, how long you been working here?" Just stare straight ahead. He talked to the judge when he gets here. Whatever.
Not a chatty fella.
He took his job way too serious. So the judge finally comes in, and he was okay. I forget the judge's name. I want to say Carl T, but I'm not sure about. No, that was the judge that gave a court order for me to sue to buy a house. Anyway, so he sits down there. He said, "Man, Mr. Smith," he said, "glad to meet you. Just sorry on these circumstances." He said, "What do we got going here?" Well, my lawyer was there, a lawyer that Sue had got, and I don't even remember who the lawyer was. But he's there, and he's explaining to the judge. I know one thing I know, even as a kid, that when the lawyers and judges are there talking, shut up. Do not talk unless spoken to. People have a tendency to talk too much. They say things. I know me. I would say something without thinking about it, and they're going to look at me going, "What did you just say?" You know, you're testifying against yourself. So I let them talk back and forth. And then finally, the judge looked at me. He said, "I'm sorry for your experience here, Mr. Smith." He said, "You really shouldn't be here, but you understand we didn't have a choice." I said, "I understand." He said, "Okay." He said, "Let him go." He said, "You going home." He said.
So did your lawyer explain the fact that you were traveling and you were gone? And
he talked to him about all that.
You didn't tell him that.
He took my logbooks in.
Oh, he took your logbooks in.
For that week, which is, people don't know, a logbook is a legal document that you can show in court.
Right.
And so he took that in, and the judge just kind of, yeah, I see what's going on here. He said, "Nah, we're not going to bring any charges against you. We're charges against you is all dropped." He said, you're free to go. He said, "Have a good day. Sorry for the inconvenience," And we got up, and I looked at my lawyer. Everybody's gone. At this point, the judge gets up. He walks out.
Because at the end of the day, everybody's going home.
This tall, skinny cop, he took the cuffs and things on. I'm going around to say bye to him. Maybe sarcastically, but I was going to say bye to him. Gone. They're all just gone. The only thing is me. I look at the attorney. I go, "Is that it?" He said, "That's it."
That's it. Just write me a check for my time.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Sue probably done that. I didn't do that, but yeah, it was. And back then, and it was probably a deal compared to, it was probably $100.
It wasn't a lot of work for him.
I had here's another story, trucking story. I'll try to make it quick. I'm coming back from Chicago on I-65 on the north side of Indianapolis, where 65 and 465 come together. There's a ramp right there, and I don't know what road that is. I want to say Keystone Avenue, where people are getting on right there. Okay. You get on 65, you're not going to go very far, maybe a quarter mile, if that, and it merges into 465 that goes around town. Mm-hmm. Well, I moved over to the left lane because there was a state police officer coming up that ramp. I saw him coming up the ramp, and just courtesy, we don't have to. Just so you know, there's no law that says anybody in that right lane's got to move. No law. I don't have to move. We move over to the left lane and let people on the highway out of courtesy. And I think that's the way everybody should be. I pulled over in the left lane. Cop gets on, turn signal, move on back in the right lane. He turns on his light. Oh. Pulls me over. He comes up to the passenger door. I opened the passenger door. I said, "What can I do for you?" He said, "You see what you just done?" He yelled at me. I said, "I have no idea what you're talking about." He said, "You moved over from the right lane to the left lane." Yeah. He said, "The law says you only move over to the left lane when you're passing and passing only. You weren't passing anybody." I said, "I moved over out of courtesy so you wouldn't have to slow down and look over your shoulder." He said, "You don't worry about me. I know what I'm doing."
Really?
Oh, yeah. So he started writing me a ticket. Now I'm mad. And when I'm mad, I don't think at all. I'm mad. He's writing me a ticket about it. I said, "What are you writing me a ticket for?" Failure to maintain your lane. I said, "Really? Maybe you ought to write one for listening to your mouth and the way your attitude is. How about you writing one for this?" Anyway, he said, "I didn't do that." And he started writing tickets. Time we got done, I kid you not, you want to see the registration of the trailer. I don't have the registration of the trailer. It's back there. Why don't you go look for it? You want to write me a ticket? Go get the paperwork yourself. I don't have to give you anything. I didn't care if I went to jail. I was so mad at this guy. And so anyway, by the time we got done, I had 8 tickets. Yeah.
What happened to the I don't get mad when they're doing their job?
He pissed me off. It was the end of a work day. I'm tired, traffic, I'm stressed out.
To do something for him.
And I did something to make it easy for him, and then he's jumping my butt. And
no good deed goes unpunished.
that is true. I am a firm believer in that. So anyway, I get home and I call my buddy Brian, the lawyer in Pendleton. Went to school with him. Good kid. Not the brightest, bulb in the shelf or anything, but he's a good kid. I called him up and I said, "Hey, I got these tickets. I want to talk to you." So I go down to his office. He had his dad had an office lawyer. He was a lawyer too, attorney. And Brian was getting ready to take over his business, so that's why he was in there. So I go in there and I show him these tickets, and he just looks at me, "Man, what did you do?" I said, "I made him mad. I'll be honest with you, I made him mad." And I said, and I kept smart mouthing him. And he started writing me these tickets. He goes, "Well," he said, "believe it or not," he said, "this is probably the best thing you could have done to get out of these tickets." I said, "Really?" He said, "When they start writing you this many tickets for frivolous things like that," he said, "it's called something. You should know."
I don't get into that kind of trouble, so I don't know.
Well, the law is called something when they do that.
Okay.
So he will just go to court. He said, and we'll work it out with the judge. I said, "Well, court's going to be in Indianapolis." He said, "We'll go down there."
I was going to say, which state was that in? It was
in Indiana. So, and I lived in Pendleton. Indianapolis on a good day, it's a 40-minute drive anywhere. So I pick him up. We go down there. And there's an abandoned Kmart building. I swear to God that they turned it into a courthouse for traffic violations to get them out of the, main court system.
Yeah.
We go in there, and it looked like they were having a blue light special.
Did you say it was in an old Walmart?
There was signs saying A through D here, F through J there. I'm looking, and I asked Brad, "Where are we going?" He said, "Follow me." So we go in there, we go into the room. He said, "Sit down here." And I sat down. The room was full of people. And the judge is up there talking to whoever he's talking to, doing his thing. And I'm just thinking, I'll be here all day. All day. I'm going to lose a whole day's worth of work. And
that'll teach you.
Well, apparently there's some kind of a camaraderie between judges and lawyers on court calls.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't there very long to where the judge must have done something. I didn't see what. My lawyer walked up there, right up to his desk, and they're talking. They're pointing at me. You look at him, Next thing I know, I get one of these. So I go up there, and the judge says, "Okay, so I've worked out what I think is a really fair deal for you and your lawyer." He said, "All these tickets are going to be dropped except one." And it was the most important one. I forget what it was, but really wasn't the one where the cop
stopped you.
It wasn't that one. It was some frivolous one. I forget what it was. I'm going to hold that one over your head.
Yeah.
When you complete driver school, he said, then this one will be thrown out. No fines, no court costs, no anything. It won't be on your. It'll be clean on your license. Nothing. I said, okay. Where do I take this? It was 4 hours of school.
Oh, okay.
And I said, where do I take this? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He said, well, you can take it online.
Right.
Or he said, in Indiana, or Indiana area where you're up from, he said, give me this address at this old Ivy Tech school. He said, they have an office in there. So I'm thinking to myself, I said, when can I take it? You schedule it any way you want.
Yeah.
He said, you can go during the week. You can do it on weekends.
Yeah.
So I go in there and I talk to this lady about it. And she said, weekends are usually wide open because nobody wants to come here on the weekends. Oh, I do. That's perfect for me.
Yeah.
So I did. I took classes right there. Stupidest thing I ever done in my life. There's nothing there that's you say is there's nothing.
Right.
There's nothing there that they're going to teach you anything.
Right. Except not to smart mouth a cop.
They don't even teach you that. They basically just go over the rules of the highway. They show a lot of movies.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
With people crashing into each other.
Yeah. And then
like driver's ed when you're in high school.
Just like it. And at the end of it, I got this slip of paper that he signed. And he says, if there's any question about that, he said, you can send that to him.
Yeah.
Other than that, he said, we will send a copy of that down to the court. And I talked to a lawyer, I don't know, a few weeks later about it. I said, how do I know that thing's cleaned up? He said, I checked for you. He said, it's good to go. I said, what do I owe you? He said, I don't know. Give me $100. That's the way it was where I come from. I mean, everything was a handshake and a promise. There was no contracts.
With all the trouble you got into, you should have had a lawyer on retainer.
Listen,
you got into a lot of trouble.
I could have got into much more trouble, but I always looked over my shoulder. I just never got caught at it.
Okay, I have to see if we have any questions.
No, they're probably bored of my stories already.
They probably are. Let's see.
You're right. These are dry.
I know. That's why I was hoping for those other donuts, but
They're good.
Yeah, they're not bad.
But they're like a biscuit.
Yeah, put some butter on it. It'll be okay.
Butter?
Yeah.
Isn't that an animal product?
Not me. You know what? If you keep saying that, I'm just plant predominant. I'm not.
Calm down. I'm not a cop. You can't yell at me.
Okay, I don't see any questions.
Oh.
They don't have any questions for you.
I figured they'd want to ask you about your stuff. You've been here. How long have you been here now?
2019. We bought a house in 2019. So whatever that is.
Do you think it was a smart purchase?
It was a very smart purchase. I love our house.
Do you?
Yeah, I love our house. We were just really lucky, though.
Do you like the neighborhood?
Like the neighborhood. It's a tiny neighborhood. You know, you've been there. It's a tiny
Our neighborhood ain't that big.
Well, yeah, but you've got designer homes all over you. I just have the courtyard villa. So the courtyard.
How many in your district?
My district? You mean the village?
No. That's it.
Remember, because my
here in Hillsboro, total Hillsboro section, I think I read somewhere a little over 600 homes.
Oh.
So in your neighborhood,
what would you call it? Would it be the village of McClure, or is it the Fenny area?
No, McClure. How many is in the village of McClure?
I don't know, but I know it's a small village because Fenny's a lot bigger. I think even DeSoto. I think Kevin and Karen had a place in DeSoto for a while. I think that's bigger. Almost all of those places are bigger than little old McClure. Well, but yeah, I like it a lot. It's a perfect location, right across from Magnolia Plaza. So we've got pizza, we've got dentists, we've got...
What kind of pizza?
Marco's Pizza. Marco's Pizzas are not bad.
They suck.
Oh, they're good.
Listen, you're one of them women. You're one of them women around here that will never say anything bad about anything.
Oh, that's not true. I told you I didn't like that Dunkin' Donuts until they fixed that Dunkin' Donuts.
Well, I ain't never been back.
You won't even go in it now, and now it's pretty and it's new, and everybody wears uniforms, and the donuts are really good.
It was pretty and it was new before.
No,
and it turned to crap. No, when it was new. It was pretty and it was new and it was clean.
You didn't know, because Sue always went there.
I went there, Sue. Yeah, well, she did. But I have been in there.
You didn't go.
No, I have been in there. I got lattes in there. They were pretty good.
Yeah, well, they went downhill. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went downhill a lot. So what did you think about the southern area, by the way?
What area?
You and Kevin went down there, right? You did some videos. What did you think about it in comparison to this area?
Think about what?
The southern area, south, the
I
new
wouldn't
area,
live there.
like Eastport. Why not?
School. That's my number one. I'm not going to live around a bunch of kids. You think them kids are going to confine themselves to that school?
Middleton?
They're going to have a whole bunch of neighborhoods down there with loud children. I got nothing against kids or anything. Don't get me wrong.
But that's way down south.
It's all right there around Middleton and Eastport. And you think them kids aren't going to ride bicycles all over the place, or they're not going to take Dad's golf cart and just take off and go anywhere they want to go?
A whole other area that's really separate.
Come back to me in 5 years and tell me the same story.
But places like, what is it? Water's Edge? Oak Hollow?
Yeah.
Some good golf coming up in that area, too.
Yeah, I did go by Ocala. There wasn't really much going on there other than...
Oak Hollow or Ocala?
See, I thought it was the same thing.
No, it's Oak Hollow. Oak Hollow.
Oh, I thought they said Ocala.
No, it's Oak Hollow.
Well, I heard that wrong.
Ocala's up north.
Yeah, I know, but I thought that's what they was calling that neighborhood down there.
Oak Hollow.
Oh, okay.
Hollow. Yeah.
They're still building a lot down there.
Yep. And Wellpoint, that's another good area.
There's a brand new neighborhood that had no homes in it, but the sign was up what the village is going to be called.
Yeah.
It's straight across the street from the prison. Jose took me over there in his truck. I got kind of shitty video of it.
I don't know what that area is called. But, you don't see the prison. I mean, people talked about the prison when we bought the house there. They were all worried that we were next to a prison, and that also that sand quarry. And we never hear it. I hear the road more than I hear the sand quarry. We
went down the sidewalk out of Portillo's because he was parked on the right side road.
Portillo's or Portillo's?
Stop it. And we're standing on the sidewalk on the side.
Yeah.
And Jose said, see them trees over there? And the guy that was there with us, I forget who it was. I said, yeah. He said, that's the prison.
It is a prison. Remember before all of that, when our house and the Fenny area opened up in that area? I mean, you could go down what is now, that's Warm Springs, right? That goes into 470.
Yeah.
You could go down there and you can't see the prison because you've got trees. You've got lots of trees. And you know what? If I'm escaping from that prison, I'm sure not coming this direction. I'm getting out of there. So they're not going to come to
What if he needs a car?
Well, he can go jack a car almost
Another
anywhere.
good reason not to park your car in the driveway.
There you go, see?
People sometimes ask me what I consider to be really ignorant questions.
Yeah.
Why can't I park my car in the driveway? Why do you recommend not doing that? My mind says, do you have any brains at all to think about this? First of all, the intensive heat in the summertime will bake your paint.
Well,
If you've got any kind of a rag top, it'll rot it out.
Yep.
It'll crack your dash.
Yep.
It'll fade the interior of your car.
But maybe they don't come from an area that has this kind of heat.
Once again, this up here, your noodle, is supposed to tell you to figure this stuff out.
And they ask you that kind of stuff. What are the dumb questions do they ask?
I tell them, go ask Linda.
Huh?
I tell them, go ask you.
Go ask me?
Yeah, go ask Linda.
I don't think so.
So anyway, what else we got? I haven't even looked at anything here. Whoops. I don't even have any comments. Do you have any comments? I don't even see it.
I tell you, we got comments, but nobody's.
Linda, are you going? Whoops, wait a minute.
You making
Says Linda, are you going RV traveling any place soon?
No, I tried to talk Skip into going with us, me.
Where?
But I don't know. Remember, I said, "Ooh, you got a wasp right by you."
Yeah, I think it's that time of year where he's looking to make a nest. I think he's got one.
Oh gosh,
He'll go behind that white thing right there.
Well, don't let him come over here. I don't like wasps.
He's looking for. It's one of them. He'll go in there.
Big sucker too.
You watch. He'll go in somewhere. There.
Anyway, I did ask Skip.
See there. That's where the nest is.
You need to get the siding washed again.
I know it.
Twice a year?
Well, I'll get the whole thing. It looks a little
dusty at the moment.
I'll get the whole thing washed.
Yeah, I know. I do that too.
Except now they got another rule they've never had before. In 10 years of him washing my house, last time he was here, he said, I can't wash all night. He said, the rule is you got to take everything away from front of the house.
Oh, he can't move stuff? Is that the...
Before I told him not to worry about it. I said, just wash around the furniture. I don't care. And he did.
Oh, he did?
And now
but the rule is what? He's not supposed to move stuff? Is that the rule?
He can't do it. I have to move all this out there so he can wash the house.
Sounds like a union rule to me.
Unions.
Yeah, you're the union man.
Well, I like unions 50% of the time.
But not the other 50%.
They're not 100. Yeah, but sometimes they can be more problems than they're worth. But I'll put it this way: do you think that UPS or any large company would freely give me retirement and insurance on the goodness of their heart? No.
You answered your own question.
That's why you need a union. If you want them things, that's what you got to do.
Well, what's the other 50% of the time? Oh, shoot! Look, hot dogs in there.
Well, you don't eat much.
Extra protein. Oh, I don't want a love bug in there.
Want me to make you another one?
No, because then you'll leave. And then I'll have to talk to people. I have nothing to say.
For somebody to live their life in a courtroom, argue with everybody in there.
I didn't live my life in a courtroom.
Where did you live your life?
I'm a transactional lawyer, not a litigator.
How many types of lawyers can there possibly be in this world?
There are lots of different types of lawyers. There are tax lawyers, patent lawyers. Oh, Jim, and where is it? Jim and
Donna. I don't know. What are you looking for?
What the cruise stuff? Jim and Donna, right? Jim and Donna.
I don't know.
Now, Jim is a criminal lawyer, which you should keep his number close by in case you need him again.
What?
Jim is or was a criminal lawyer.
A weather?
Jim is a criminal lawyer.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
So you should keep his name close in case you need him again.
Yeah, but what's a criminal? I mean, technically, if you're caught doing speeding on a highway, does that make you a criminal? Yeah, it does, really.
Yeah, it's a criminal code.
But if I murder somebody, is that a criminal?
Mm-hmm. It's definitely a crime.
Well, come on. How about senators and congressmen?
Oh yeah, they're definitely
every one of them.
All politicians are.
They're all crooks, every one of them. That's what I say all the time. I say this is a lawyer's world now. They make laws on top of laws, so we're so confused. You can be literally sued for anything in the world now, and you have to hire 100 lawyers to prove they can't sue you.
The village of Lakeview.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Go there?
That's across from the penitentiary.
Oh, that's the one across.
I think that was it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's kind of a side road over there, but it's there.
Okay. Somebody asked if I hear the turnpike much. And where I'm located in McClure, we shouldn't hear it much, but I do, depending on which way the wind blows. So like last night, And this morning, apparently the wind was blowing towards us because I got a humming sound. You guys don't hear anything here, though. You don't hear any of the freeways here, or the, what do you guys call them, turnpikes?
No, the only thing we hear once in a very, very limited amount of time is the trains over here at Wildwood.
Oh, you can hear them toot.
No, when they're hooking and unhooking cars.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's always late at night, and it's not that loud. I mean, sometimes it's almost kind of nice to listen to.
Yeah.
But other than that, we don't hear nothing.
But that is a good point. I mean, if you're going to buy here or rent here for some period of time, location is just like any other real estate thing. Location is really important. So I would want to, everybody's going to do their own thing, but I would want to avoid being next to the roads or close enough to the roads that they really bother you. I don't like the electric lines that are everywhere. Those aren't my favorite. You talked about pickleball courts. You want to stay away from pickleball courts.
That's me.
Otherwise, you hear the
Kevin would probably live next door to one. He wouldn't care, you know.
That's probably very comforting to Kevin and Karen.
He plays all the time.
I know, yeah. So they might not mind that. But I wouldn't want to do it because you hear the ping, ping, ping all the time. I wouldn't want to be particularly close to the squares.
I don't know.
Right? Because the squares, they're going to be, they shut down at 9 o'clock, but there's still people there. A couple places like City Fire and
it's not that so much as the music every night.
Yeah.
You're going to hear that, and at first you might think that sounds really nice.
Yeah, I
guarantee you, 2-3 years down the road, you're going to wish that music would just go away.
It's not like you can turn it off.
So. Yeah.
So I wouldn't do that. So convenience is really important, I think. So
convenience to what?
That's what I was going to say next, is what's convenient to you. So if you need to be close to doctors.
What's convenient to you?
Grocery store. I like being close to the grocery store. So we were just really fortunate where we're located. The Magnolia Plaza is there, as I said before. So that makes it real convenient for my optometrist is there.
Didn't you and Roy's favorite breakfast places over there at Magnolia Plaza?
Reveille's, yeah. Reveille is good.
You like that a lot?
I like it a lot, yeah. So that one's there. We've got a Dunkin' Donuts not too far away.
Oh, I can't wait.
But we've got there's a dentist there, there's a bank there, of course. There's
what bank?
CVS Citizens. That's the only bank that's around here practically, right?
Yeah.
Have
they taken them over yet?
Have they what? Been taken over? I don't know. I don't know what the details
well,
are.
It might be on this Friday's news. I reported the report was that it was approved by whoever's got it approved to take over the bank. I guess some kind of association has to approve
probably.
it.
Yeah, the bank, whatever the bank thing is called.
Thank you, lawyers. That we have to ask your permission to take over something that we bought.
Yeah, because it's federally. Not FedEx.
I don't know what it is about FedEx trucks. Does your dogs bark whenever they hear a FedEx truck run?
FedEx or Amazon or
UPS. Amazon ain't electric?
Yeah, still bark at it though.
They can't hear it.
Yeah, they can. Well, they hear them when they come drop something off at the front of the door.
Oh, yeah, well, that.
Yeah, they do that too. But anywho, those are the things that I would think about anyway. Reveille is the place, she said. Reveille is good.
Never been there. I was there once for lunch.
Kathy B in the 603 says, I always refer to the prison as, quote, the other gated community.
Yeah, it is.
That's truly,
it's truly
a gated community. Oh my gosh. Well, what else? What do we got here? What have we got? I
don't know. I haven't even been looking at it.
I have comments, but I don't have a lot of questions today. Nobody's got questions today?
Well,
the weather's great. The weather's been great this whole last week. Did you know that like the one day that's the peak peak hurricane day turned out not to be the peak hurricane day, and it was only the 9th time in the last 25 years that it wasn't? And we still don't have any hurricanes coming, do we?
We've had one that skirted our shores over here. That was about it, I think.
Yeah, we've been lucky this year.
Well,
it feels like fall already. You don't think it feels like fall?
Well, not where I live.
I've gotten acclimated. Sue posted a picture the other day of a pumpkin. She said it was the first pumpkin that she saw.
On the lights.
And yesterday when I was headed out, I actually saw a guy with a Rudolph nose on the front of his car. You know those red nose? in September. He's getting ready for Christmas.
Yeah, everybody does things earlier and earlier. And it ain't just here. It ain't just Christmas. Even the farmers up north. It's just, I don't know what it is.
But don't you think September's a little early for Christmas?
You're not supposed to plant anything up in Indiana anyway till after the last frost day. And the last frost day is always in that year's farmer's almanac. And I know farmers that believe, my dad was that.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't plant yet. Can't plant till tomorrow. And he would not plant. Now,
Because
Dad,
it said that in the almanac?
because the almanac said that this is the last frost day. And they were sometimes correct, sometimes not, but I think it was an overall average and all this and that.
Yeah.
So him planting anything before, let's say it's May 15th, he wouldn't do it, period. But now I'm going up there and I'm seeing guys out there, and these are the guys that bought so much land, they got to get started early to get it done. And then you can buy things now like early corn, late corn, early wheat, late. It's all nuts. And they're going out there in April.
You know what we saw, though, when we were traveling this way last year at this time that really sort of amazed me is the number of corporate farms that are out there now. They're not farmers anymore. Huge silos, huge operations. And it's corn after corn after corn.
I know family farms up there has turned them into corporations. It's still a family farm, but they've had to lease more and more land because
you're talking acres and acres.
In order to make a profit, in order to get the write-offs, in order to get all the things you have to do that the government requires you to do, you have to do that.
But you didn't see a human being anywhere.
I'll tell you something else. Farmers don't buy equipment anymore. That's all part of this corporation thing that the government has started up there against farmers. No farmer owns anything. If he does, he owns very little. It's all lease. We go to John Deere, we lease the combine, we lease the tractor. Leases are a write-off.
Yeah.
If you buy the tractor, it's just depreciation.
Yeah.
A lease is a total write-off. Taxes, they're the ones that started that. Thank you, lawyers.
You keep criticizing lawyers, but some of your best friends are lawyers.
That don't mean I don't agree. I mean, I got friends that are Jewish people, but that don't mean I'm a Jew.
Well, you're not a lawyer, but you don't criticize them all the time.
I don't criticize lawyers all the time.
You always criticize lawyers.
Well, because most of our problem in this country comes from lawyers.
Okay, how's the healthcare situation going?
I don't know.
Well, you're supposed to know that kind of stuff.
Well, what do you mean? We say my doctor?
I think. Oh,
the bankruptcy thing?
Yeah, Village's Health.
Well, I'll tell you.
Tell them what you know about the latest.
I think there's more on this Friday's news. Actually, Patriot members, you're going to get the news at 3 o'clock today. But there's a lot of it that they tell you, but when you read it, you being a lawyer, you know what I mean. You read it. No, seriously. You read these stories about this, and then it's like you're reading between the lines. Yeah, there's stuff they're leaving out. You can see where they say something, and then they go, wait a minute. So they're still working on it. I think it's been approved. The bankruptcy thing has been taken over by the government, so to speak. They've got their own lawyers on it. There's some kind of an agreement going on. I'm not 100% sure what that agreement is. They don't talk about it, but I think there's an agreement going on. It's how they're going to get this $300-some million back has something to do, I think, with the sale of all this. Their sale is kind of kinky. There's something going on there, and the reason why I say that, the average business that's making, say, $400 million a year should be selling this place. I'm just going to throw a figure out there of like $1 billion.
Yeah, multiples of that.
And they're selling it for like $200 million.
That's the stuff between the lines, though.
I know it.
That people can't see. We can't. None of us can see it.
No.
And what you've got is a stalking horse deal, which is somebody that's a preferential purchaser in the bankruptcy. So they have already sort of negotiated it. So my guess is they've thrown in things like the amount that's owed to them as part of the purchase price.
What, the 300-some million?
That's probably not all owed to them.
Well, roughly.
Yeah.
So you're saying they're passing that on to the new members. We'll pay that if we can get a cheaper price here?
No, we're saying you owe that to us. You owe, not the $360 million, because that, as far as I know, that's owed to the government.
It is.
Right? So, but I'm one of your vendors, Centerwell. I'm one of your vendors.
Actually, you kind of are. Actually, you kind of are.
I'm one.
You pay me every month. You're kind of one of my vendors.
I do pay you every month.
You do.
Yeah. My point is...
That's how it works.
My point is, you owe me money, and so I say, I'll tell you what, the money that you owe me gets credited towards my purchase price.
Tell you what I'll do. I'll take you guys out to Hooters and I'll buy dinner.
Oh, shoot. You like that Hooters thing, though. You had a good time.
I like their chicken wings.
You like but you like the ladies coming to Hooters.
I didn't care less about the ladies.
You guys.
Well, I didn't know you guys were coming.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know that story, if you haven't seen that video, God, is it on YouTube? I know it's on Patreon.
Yeah, but it's short because you did all this stuff in front of it, and then we're like at the very tail end. We're an afterthought at the very tail end.
So the video of you guys coming to Hooters is on Patreon. You've seen that.
I saw it on Patreon. I thought
but that video's not on YouTube?
I don't know. I don't go to both of them. If I see them on Patreon, I don't go to YouTube.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, if you haven't seen that video, go see it. These guys are crazy nuts.
Well, tell them why. Tell them why.
Well, the whole story is they didn't want to go to Hooters at all.
That's right.
I wanted to go because I just thought it'd be fun. That's all. All of us guys go over there. And then Linda made such a big deal about not wanting to go there. It's disgusting and people. And
I didn't say all that.
She didn't have to. I'm reading between the lines.
I just said it's not my cup of tea.
And I told her, so I took Sue. We went to the one in Orlando when it was new. I said, it's just another restaurant. The girls wear these.
You didn't say that. You didn't say that.
I did. I told you about Sue going up there. And it's just another restaurant, basically. Yeah, they give the girls an outfit to wear. But I don't see any difference in that.
You have to go. You have to go. All of WN have to go.
Yeah, I said, if I take WNL crew out, you got to go. There's no way around this. You have to go.
So I said, okay, you.
Yeah, and then here we are getting close to going to the restaurant that day. And then Sue says, well, we're going to leave early. Said, where are you going? We're getting ready to go over there. And she says, well, we got a meeting down here at Rohan Rec Center. I said, who the hell plans a meeting right before we go out to dinner with everybody?
And you wanted a ride. You had nobody to give you a ride.
Kevin came and got me on his golf cart.
Yeah, you don't like to drive, so.
Yeah. Something tells me that I think he might have known what was going on, and I didn't know what was going on.
No, Kevin didn't know either. I think he might have been a little suspicious. I think, who was it? I think Bill. No, not Bill. Yeah, Bill. I think Bill was a little suspicious.
Who's Bill?
Bill?
I already know one Bill, and that's Bill B.
No.
Not that
William
Bill.
Rizzo?
Oh.
Rizzo, is that right?
Rizzo, yeah, Rizzo. Okay. Yeah, his name is Bill, I suppose. I always call him
William. I think he was a little suspicious. My husband couldn't come, so I modeled for him, and he cracked up. I hadn't seen him laugh.
He should have come. I'd have got him drunk. That old guy deserves to go out and get drunk with the guys.
No, he can't quite do that, but he laughed so hard.
Let me tell you what, I took a guy out drinking one time. He was in a wheelchair in the hospital. We picked him up. He wasn't supposed to leave. And he kept telling us, he says, take me. He said, where are you guys going tonight? I told him, we're going to go out and we'll have a beer and a burger down here at Arts. Take me with you. I said, we're not supposed to take you. They don't know. He said, just take me. We'll come back. They won't even know I'm gone.
They probably wouldn't.
Come to find out. We did. We took the wheelchair right out, put him in a car, went down there. We had a burger and a beer. We brought him back in the wheelchair and wheeled him back to his room. Nobody even knew.
Nobody paid any attention.
Nope.
That's a hospital for you.
That's been 30-some years ago now.
It's still the same thing. They still don't know what they're doing. You push the button, you call for them, they don't show up.
That is true. They seem like they never show up.
You can wait a long time. It won't show up. Okay, let's see what we got going here.
So anyway, make a long story short, these girls, that meeting they had wasn't a meeting. They went to probably over at Rohan to the bathroom or someplace, and they got all dolled up to come over to Hooters.
That's not what happened.
Oh, that's not what happened.
That's not what happened. The ladies were supposed to just tell their significant other or husband or whatever that they were going to go do something that the husband wouldn't suspect. So Sue could have just said, I don't know what she would say, I got to take Buddy for a walk. And Karen, I think Karen did say that she had an appointment of some type. So Kevin didn't realize it. But Sue was the one that almost leaked it. Because when she started saying we're having a meeting, I said, Skipper's going to be suspicious.
I was. Yeah, we had a meeting.
You were oblivious.
I didn't expect that. But I felt like either you guys did something screwy to plan this. My mind just said, this doesn't make sense to me. A meeting right before we go out at Rohan.
So what happened is I said I didn't want to go. I really didn't want to go to Hooters. I don't like the food. I don't want the ambience. I don't want to go. So I was with Sue and Judy P, I think it is. And I said, okay, if we have to do this. I said, I know. If we have to do this. Remember those T-shirts where they're like the ladies' boobs and they're in these bikini things? And Sue and Judy said, that's a great idea. So
where'd you get them things at?
Amazon.
Oh, did you?
Amazon. And so
how about the wigs?
Well, so then when I was on Amazon ordering this thing, this wig popped up, this pink wig. It was $9.99. I thought, that's good. Because my whole objective was to be incognito so that nobody knew that I was at Hooters. So I got this pink wig, and then I took a picture of myself in the outfit and sent it to Judy P. And Judy P said, I want a wig. And Sue said, I want a wig. And Karen said, I want a wig. So then everybody got wigs.
Where did sunglasses come from?
Oh, I ordered those too.
I was going to say everybody had different sunglasses on.
I ordered those. Those are also Amazon. And they came like a pack of 20 for.
Well, everybody must have had an idea what was going on except me. Because I'm sitting at the table, my GoPro just laying up on the table, and then I didn't even see it come down the sidewalk, but then a couple of guys grabbed their phones, you know, and I'm wondering, what are you guys taking a picture of? And I'm just looking around, and I seen you guys come in the door, and I just thought to myself, Jesus, look at these whack jobs. And then I recognized you, and I thought, oh my God!
Well, Jerry said, because he, you know, did you have your back to the, no, you didn't have your back. You were sort of sitting sideways, right? Mm. But I guess Jerry could see out the window, and he said he saw a woman getting out of her car, and he said, that sort of looks like Sue, but she has purple hair. And then he realized everybody else started lining up and coming, and you were the last one to realize it.
I grabbed my
All
camera.
The guys were taking pictures, yeah. And you...
Really, if you watch the video, and if you watch some of the people that was there was a black girl behind the counter as you come in. You say for $4, and then she gets you a table.
Yeah.
Look at her expression when you come in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then there was another girl walking in front of you going to a table, and she glanced over her shoulder at you. She turned around like, you know, made this weird looking face like, who are these guys? You know.
But what I saw was when I was talking to you and I glanced over to the left-hand side, there were 4 workers, like garden workers that were out there grabbing lunch, and they were all just shaking their head. And I said, it's the Villages. They didn't have a sense of humor. But
hey, if those guys know anything about the Villages working at that restaurant, they can expect anything at any time. Yeah.
But it was fun.
Yeah, because after the end of it, I think the waitresses got a kick out of it, didn't you guys?
Yeah, she wanted to take a picture with everybody. She did. Yeah.
So
yeah, she was cute.
I'm just wondering if Hooters will take that picture, blow it up, and post it over there.
I wouldn't if I were.
Oh, I'd love
it. Crazy place. What can we say?
So anyway, Jerry sent me as a con. He sent me a $50 gift card for Hooters. Oh, shoot. So that's why I say, I'll take you to Hooters.
Before or after?
Huh?
After that?
No, before, but I forgot it. Oh. So I still got it. So I thought, hey, I'll just take you over to Hooters for lunch. On me!
I don't want to go to Hooters.
Why not? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. See, you don't have the number of amps you thought you had on that thing.
Wait a minute. No, I just unplugged because I got 69% left.
Oh, okay. What did you do? Kick it?
I must have. There we go.
Okay.
I love that little box. I use it so much.
Oh, my God. How's my new golf cart? I like my new golf cart. Jerry Bell, I thought you saw my golf cart. Is that Jerry asking me that? I thought you saw my golf cart. I love it. I had to get some, what's it called? The thing that makes it more bouncy? What's it called?
To make it more bouncy?
Well, to make it so you don't feel the bounces as much. But suspension. Suspension, right?
You got suspension.
I know, I have suspension. But
you want to upgrade it?
I don't know if it's upgrading it or downgrading it, but
no.
But some of the older parts of the Villages, when you go transition between the multimodal path and then the road and then back to the multimodal path, those ditches are really deep, and so mine is a 4-seater, so it's longer than what my 2-seater was, and I would just feel that thing really suddenly. So I took it back to the Villages and I asked them what they could do about it. And they said that the Star allows them to make certain tweaks, but not other tweaks. And so they couldn't do much on the back, but they could fiddle with the front suspension. Suspension, right? Suspension. So they fiddled with that a little bit, and it's definitely smoother than it was. So that, but you know, the big difference between, for me, the Yamaha and the Star is that steering wheel. And you tried it, so you know how loosey-goosey it was. And they even tightened that up to a certain extent, but they said there's really only so much they could do. And the Yamaha is so easy. I mean, you could almost with like one finger. In fact, Bad Karma bought my Yamaha, Patreon member of Skips. He bought my Yamaha. Teresa and he bought my Yamaha. And they love it. And he tried my Star too, and he said he
ought to love it for the price he got it for.
It was a good deal, but
damn thing. How many hours was on it? 5 hours when you sold it?
30
hours.
30 hours. What is that, like once around the block or something?
I don't know. Let's see, a brand new one's 23,000, or I can buy Linus for 10,500. What a deal!
I know.
I should have bought it myself.
I know. I offered it to you. I offered that to you. I offered my leisure travel.
You guys
van to
always
you.
offer me stuff when I don't have time to think about it. I can't make. Sue's taught me a long time ago. I got to stop making rational decisions, like taking the lithium batteries out.
Irrational.
It was a rational decision. I said, take them out.
Irrational.
It's not working right. Take them out. And then here I am a year later going, I wish I had left them in there.
That's because you don't like change. You're so bad
I don't
about
like change.
You have no patience.
If I bought a brand new RV that had the lithium stuff in it, I don't mind adding on to it because it's already, all the stuff is there.
Yeah, you had to change yours. But not all the stuff is there.
When you try to add something,
I didn't have an inverter on
it's
mine.
never right.
Yeah.
You got to drill holes. You got to run wires a kinky way. There's always something.
You just screwed that one up like you did with your hacking.
What?
The lithium that you put in there, it would have been fine. You just didn't have the patience to deal with it.
No. Tell me something I don't know.
So the lithium batteries then went to Josie, and Josie tried it on POS number 1.
Who?
Jose. Josie.
Oh, yeah, I call him that too.
I know.
Actually, I call him Hosey.
Hosey, okay, Hosey. Yeah, I guess I call him Hosey sometimes too. But he tried it on POS number 1, and the problem was he needs so much power that 200 amp hours just wasn't enough. So what did he say he had? Like 2,000 amp hours.
He's got the power now.
Yeah, he's got the power now. And it should be wrapped now.
Oh, does he?
It should be. When I last talked to him, he said that he was getting real close to getting his coffee cart wrapped up. So we should be doing that. And are we going to have a Patreon breakfast coffee thing?
We can.
We should.
Don't know where.
Here.
Right here but my driveway's so unlevel, and I don't know if he can operate that.
Well, I think he just needs to park over there. We can put all our chairs.
But then if he opens up the side, the door's sticking out on the other side of the road.
Oh, that's true.
We'll figure something out.
We can do it. We can do it over my place where we almost had that ice cream social.
And we have to limit the invitations. I can't have 500 people showing up here.
Not 500 people won't show up.
You don't think I got that many friends?
I don't think you have that many friends.
We'll limit it to Patreon people and YouTube members. I still have some of those.
Oh, they didn't all fall off when you got hacked?
That's funny. It's really funny sometimes. I can't figure things out and why they work and why they don't work. I don't understand why my channel hasn't grown exponentially over everybody else's. I don't understand that.
Because you're grumpy.
Well, maybe, but they'll be used to it by now. I don't understand why we have to keep telling people. Every YouTuber here, what's the one thing they all got in common? Every one of them.
They have a phone?
If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel because everybody does that. How many times do you have to tell people to subscribe? They ought to know this by now.
Well, but they subscribe because they're nice and they want to support you. But if you're grumpy all the time, they're not going to support you.
Well, first of all, I'm not sure that I am grumpy.
Well, what's your handle? What's your?
That's because that was my CB handle.
Well, how did you get that?
Because
you were grumpy.
No, I got that because I was the no bullshitter guy at UPS. That was before that was called Overnight. UPS bought us, so I always started saying I was drafted into the UPS Army. I never wanted to work for UPS. I knew how they was. I loved Overnight.
Okay.
I was perfectly happy to be there.
Okay, I'm still waiting for the connection to grumpy.
The terminal manager that took over started trying to pull off this UPS way of doing things when they bought us. And I was the rock that they run into, saying, well, we're going to start doing this and that. And I said, not to me, you're not. I got seniority here, and you're not pulling UPS crap on me. We have seniority here. Every one of us do, and we're going to go down the line like we've always done. You bought us, you also bought the rules. We're going to do. Yeah, like I said, we're going to start over. And I said, no, you're not. And so everybody kept saying, he's an old grouch. Well, all I can tell you is till this day, until they sold it again, they sold it to a Canadian company that the seniority rule stood till the day I left. They did, and Rex even told them all, said that unless he talked about me, he actually told the supervisor, that was a friend of mine, he told me this afterwards, but I couldn't say anything.
Yeah.
Rex told him in a meeting that, listen, I know Floyd sometimes can be a little irrational, just go along with it. Whatever he says, try to just not argue with him about it. If it's not going to hurt anybody or cause any problems, just let him do what he wants to do.
Who's this saying this for you?
Terminal manager. His name was Rex. I kind of liked it. I went in his office.
Protecting you.
Huh?
He was protecting you.
I think, well, because he couldn't really fire me. I never did anything that put me on the firing line, but I would argue about everything if I thought they were pushing me too far.
You were just a wonderful employee.
One rule, the UPS rule says they have a right to search your card anytime they want if you're on their property. Anytime. I said, no, you don't. You got to have search and seizure.
Search and seizure?
Yeah, something. I just make some stuff up. I'm not. If you don't open your car, you won't be able to go to work. So now you're holding me ransom, holding the car ransom.
You kidnapped me.
I would argue to the end that if I felt like I was being infringed upon, we were having a problem here.
Okay, so now I want you to flip the scenario, because you also owned your own trucking company.
Yeah.
What would you do if you had a Skip Smith working for you?
Well, first of all, it depended on what the argument was about. I mean, I listened to everybody. Sue will even tell you, there was a couple of guys she said I should have fired a long time ago. I don't fire unless I have to. I don't.
What about the guy that never showed up? The one that was with his girlfriend and never showed up for you?
Eventually, I had to let him go.
And he disappeared with your truck with all the goods?
That was another guy that done that. And as soon as we found him, the police found him, I put an all-points bulletin out for my truck. He did not own, and then I found, this is one of the lessons of life I learned.
Yeah.
I said, took my truck. They found it in some truck stop over in St. Louis somewhere. I said, I want to file charges on that guy for stealing my truck and the freight that was in it and the trailer. He has no right to do that. Lawyer told me, you can't do that. What do you mean I can't do that? You handed him the key. He didn't steal anything.
Right.
He just didn't show up.
He didn't come back.
So I learned that real quick. I can't even, if you steal my truck, I guess if I give you the key, I can't even file your charges against you.
And you didn't fire him either. You felt too bad.
No, I fired him.
Oh, that's the one you fired?
Yeah.
What about the one that stayed with his lady friend?
That was one I had to let go. Sue wanted me to fire him 2 years earlier, 2 or 3 times.
But he tried so hard.
His name was John Paul. I just remember his name. He was just a good kid that always meant well. You ever know anybody that always means well, but no matter what they get into, somehow it gets filed up? They don't really mean to, but and then they come to you and go, hey, I'm having this problem with something. So what'd you do? Well, I went out and started it, and I know you told me not to start it.
But I did anyway.
But I started it because it looked like it'd be okay. That guy, that's the guy. And
this is the guy that would do anything for you, right?
He'd do anything.
If you needed
I could call him up at Sunday, 10 o'clock at night and say, hey, I need you to run this run for me real quick. He'd just come over and do it. So I guess I always felt like I owed him a little for that, but then he'd come over and do it. But then come Monday, I'd check on that load to find out he didn't get there yet. And then no cell phones back then, keep in mind. I can't get a hold of this guy. Yeah. But then finally he'd get there, and then he'd call me up and say, okay, I'm empty. I said, where in the hell you been? Well, I was tired when you called me. I had no sleep all day, and I stopped at his truck stop, I fell asleep, and I overslept. That's the guy. That was him.
But what was the excuse when he was with his lady friend?
Huh?
When he was with his lady friend?
I didn't get involved with that.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I didn't really care. All I know is
that he wasn't where he was supposed to be.
It just didn't work out. I mean, he brought the truck back, and he never tore nothing up. I mean, he was always kind, and I know he was taking care of his grandfather too.
Oh,
he lived at his grandpa's house, and he was taking care of him. And so finally I told him, I said, John, I said, I really hate this, but I'm going to have to let you go.
Yeah.
I said, but Duke's GMC was not too far down the road.
Yeah.
They had a contract, and they got this guy. I know the guy that owned Duke's GMC. His name was John Paul also, but you better not. You can Google it. And he had a trucking company over there, and he got, it was weird, finagled. He got the rights to haul a certain percentage of all of General Motors freight nationwide under some kind of a minority act.
Okay.
This is back when they started this.
Yeah.
He's not a minority. John Paul's as white as I am. But he had a friend that was a minority.
That was part owner?
And he just kind of made him part owner. Just so he could get this minority thing. And then they sent him so much money. His name was Roosevelt. Last name was Roosevelt. Something Roosevelt. Roosevelt Carter.
Okay.
The name of the trucking company was Carter Industries.
See?
Yeah. And they'd send him a check every month just because his name was on here. And then all that rest of that freight, so much percent, I forget what it was, of every ounce of freight from General Motors had to go on his trucks because he had the minority authority. Now, thank you, lawyers, for all that.
That's politicians, that's not the lawyers. But so
anyway, I told John. I called John Paul. I said, "Look, I'm going to let you go here. I have to. I have no choice. You're costing me too much money, too much time, too much loss of sleep, and everything else. But if you want a job, call John. He told me he'd give you a job. And
so was John number 2 a friend? And you giving him John number 1?
See, that's where I think that's where I screw up. I always felt like all my employees was a friend of mine, and they just happened to work for us. That's all.
No, not number 1, number 2, the guy that you referred him to. So you're going to let this guy go because you can't sleep.
As time went on, he worked over there. I don't know how long, but he worked over there for a while, I guess. And
so you gave John Paul number 2, the headache of John Paul number 1.
I'm sure he was, but his operation is much bigger than mine, so he had people to handle that.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, he worked over there, and John Paul ended up selling the GMC dealership to somebody else.
Yeah.
So he took his money and run, and then what happened after that, I don't know.
I don't know. See, and people say you have a hard heart.
I do.
No, you have a soft heart. They just don't know.
They
don't know the real you.
Well, on some things. I have a hard heart when it comes to people and bullshit. I smell bullshit. I've been around the clock too many times. You know.
And you handed it out.
And I will call you on it, and then just like a lawyer, if it's not bullshit, prove it to me, because I'm saying it is. And so far, nobody's proved me wrong. You know. Like
what? Give me an example.
About what?
Some bullshit that you called out that nobody can prove that it wasn't bullshit.
Oh, I'm talking about my lifetime. I've called people out on bullshit. I called Rex at the terminal. I called him out on bullshit. I said, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Well, I'm not saying you're wrong. He said, but it's the way you express it. You know, that kind of thing. The cop. I called the cop out. Went to court.
Yeah, well, that one.
Bullshit.
That was pretty bad. You still didn't connect the grumpy.
It was just a CB handle. Yeah, because what I did at work, everybody kept saying I was a grump, you know.
So did you choose that handle, or did somebody give it to you?
Listen, when you work around a bunch of guys, especially truckers, and even the girl truckers, they have this manly type attitude and thinking sometimes the way they are, because it's the job that you're in. We do things like that all the time, you know. One guy will tell another guy, "Who got you that shirt?" My wife got your shirt. You're gay.
Oh, but who actually gives you that handle? I mean, is it something that...
The guys at work.
You don't choose it yourself?
When we're running down the road going somewhere, there might be 4 or 5 of us running together, talking on the CB back and forth. Right. And when one guy says something, the other guys go, and then they hang on to it, and they don't let it go.
Oh, okay. So somebody called you a grump?
Yeah, grump, and then somebody says something to the fact on radio. I think it was actually Mike that did it. There's a story there about Mike. And he said, yeah, that's why I call him Grumpy. Then everything after that, now everybody started calling me Grumpy.
But what's the whole number? 435-268 Grumpy? Your handle, it's not just Grumpy, it's something before it. You always rattle it off.
I just made that up for email, because it says when I wanted to make an email, I put Grumpy in there, and it came back saying you have to have at least one number, one this, one that. So I just put G1REMP2Y.
GR1.
I thought it'd be easy for me to remember.
Yeah, okay. So
all.
When you were talking on the CV, though, you just answered. Remember that song that they had about Bear 1, Bear 2? Is that sort of how you answered things? Like, this is Grumpy 1, 2, 3, 4?
Listen. It's nothing like that. CB back then, this is back when the Clintons was in office, and his bright ideas of NAFTA, which was one of the worst things we ever did, that opened the borders. To this day is a problem. Canadian trucks, should not be in the United States driving on our highways at all for a lot of reasons. United States drivers should not be in Canada driving on their roads for a lot of reasons. And in the United States side, let me just take one little thing here and say, do you know who wins in this country by letting Canadian drivers drive on our highways? Who wins?
The
one entity. Let me go ahead and answer this.
Waiting for the stuff coming from Canada?
The government wins. Nobody else. Nobody. The government wins for more taxes because there'll be more fuel spent. more tires we bought for, and the highway taxes on semi-truck tires, all this and that. There's not one American employed by Canada that comes down here and drives trucks. There's nothing here for us here. We don't win nothing.
Okay.
They don't need to be here.
Okay.
But we did business with Canada for decades, and we traded freight. They were called neutral zones.
And I know this is going to get back to the CB, right?
What was the question?
It was the Bear 1, 2, 3, 4 calling Grumpy 8, 9.
Well, listen, when you work for a company like UPS, everybody has a route. And on road drivers, we're not city guys, on road drivers, it's all the same route. We have a run, and you bid on these runs, depending on what time they leave, what time they get back, when's your days off, and it bids by seniority. Number one guy he picks out of all these runs, he go down through there and said, I'm taking this one.
Right.
For the next, it's just 6 months bids.
Okay.
Well, when it got down to me, there was really they did have some California runs, which I really liked running them with Tom. That I would have stayed on that till I retired. But then he died, and UPS took over, and they took those California runs, and they contracted them out to an outside carrier.
Oh, really?
Cheaper.
Oh.
So we didn't have them
and
runs.
Tom was the one that liked the railroad cars, right? He always pulled
No, that's Bill Skirvin.
Oh,
he liked railroad cars. He was a funny guy to run with. And it ain't bad. He's easy guy to get along with. He is super clean, almost clean to the point of just getting on your nerves. Like he wouldn't sit on the driver's seat without putting a towel over it first.
Because you sat there.
He didn't want his butt crack to be close to anything else that somebody else's butt crack was close to. He had this thing. I'm telling you, but I didn't care.
Yeah. Better neat than the opposite.
No, he was super clean, super neat. There was never ever any. It was nothing to get up, and he was walking around truck cleaning off every window, every mirror.
Wow.
I mean, that's just the way he was, and I was fine with that. But he had one quirk that drove a lot of people nuts. It didn't really drive me nuts, but I would always look. See, the thing to me that was important about California was if you got there by a certain hour, you must go to the hotel. They required that.
Oh.
That's what I was always wanting to do.
Yeah.
I want to go to the hotel, we'll stop at a restaurant, get a bite to eat.
Right.
This is a big deal.
Yeah.
And the hotel we went to, they knew who we was. We didn't get some nasty hotel room down there.
Mr. Neatnik.
No, they took care of us. Last time I went there, I got a room that had a jacuzzi in it. I mean, they really took care of us. And I liked it. So the idea of going out there and getting 8 or 10 hours at a hotel room was important to me. It made the trip coming back a lot easier. And I'd wake up sometimes because if you're used to team driving, the idea of sitting still and not moving, you wake up going, this ain't right. You just don't feel right.
Oh.
So I'd wake up and I'd pull the curtain back and I'd look out there and I see nothing but desert. Everywhere I look. I have no idea where we're at.
You're out west.
So I get out of the truck. Bill's not in the truck. I get out of the truck and I'm looking around. I see the highway way over there. I don't know where in the hell I am. It's just desert. So then I'm hollering. I'm blowing the horn in the tractor. I come up over the sand dunes. Here comes Bill carrying his camera gear. He's a big photographer. And he's big on railroads.
Okay.
So he knew where these things were that I have no idea how he knew. But he would go down to the railroad track and set this stuff up, and he would take pictures of trains going by.
Yeah. So weren't you guys on a schedule? You needed to get somewhere, so he just pulls over?
Yes! That's me. If I got a schedule, I mean, it's just in me. I got to go. I ain't got time to sit here. I got to go.
Yeah, but you were sleeping.
Well, I know, but we stopped. That woke me up. So if he's sitting there, my mind says, we're behind. We're not where we're supposed to be. So he comes over the hill, and I walked over. I said, what are we doing? He said, I'm taking pictures of this railroad train coming by here. I said, have you got him? He said, well, not yet. The train can't come by yet. I said, when's it coming by? He said, well, I don't know, but it's got to come by. I said, I'm not sitting here all day waiting for a train to come by, and you don't know what time it's going to come by. He said, okay, if it don't come by within the next half hour, then we'll go. I'm thinking, half an hour, my God. That equates to 30 miles. So, anyway.
And your jacuzzi is waiting for you.
Yeah, that's a half an hour less time at the hotel.
Yeah.
So, but that's the way it was. He just liked doing pictures. So one time coming back, I just happened to know a shortcut that I took once. I forget when I took it. But anyway, we went through a small town in the middle of the desert. People still lived in this little town, but this town had nothing. No gas station, no nothing. But the town was like situated right next to the railroad tracks. And I said, you know what? I'll tell you what, Bill. I know where there's a place over here where the trains come through and they drop cars and pick up new cars. It's right over here.
Yeah.
And it's got a big area to park. I'll go over there and we'll park there, and I'm going to give you 2 hours. We're heading home now. Now it's my time.
Oh, okay.
And I said, I'll give you 2 hours. You can sit there, lay on the ground, do whatever you want to do, take all the pictures you want.
Yeah.
But that's it from now on. No more pictures while we're out.
Yeah.
He said, fair. So we did. Went over there, and I don't know how many pictures they got. I took a nap.
How did he know like the train was gonna come by?
He never did. He just figured there's a track there. It's got to come by sooner or later. And out west, as you well know, these trains can be miles long.
Oh yeah, they go on forever.
And in Midwest, you just don't see that.
Yeah.
Because they can't block a highway for no longer. There's a certain law that says they can't block a highway for no more than a certain amount of time.
Okay.
If they do, they have to break the train apart and pull it away and let the intersection clear.
Gotcha.
But out west, there is no intersection. It's just desert.
Yeah. It's railroad track after railroad track. It goes on forever.
Yeah. But I do miss working there sometimes. I really do. I think that's what happens to me when I get in that motorhome.
So, oh shoot, I was going to say something. I forgot what I was going to say. I have a story you have to tell next time. Oh, I know. So we're running out of time today because it's 2 o'clock. But next time you have to tell the story about when you were in California and you went for Mexican food. Don't give it away this time.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I'll give you a hint after the show is over. But you told the story about going for. I'll tell you behind the scenes so you can.
You don't have to tell me.
I have to tell you behind the scenes so you can tell the story.
Oh, I can tell you. I got one story that I can't tell everybody. I'd have to pick I don't even know how to do it, but I've got a story about. I think she was a prostitute.
You're going to whisper this so nobody will hear.
I'm going to say it now. It's in Florida. It's actually on Orange Blossom Trail in Orlando.
Oh, in Orlando.
There used to be a bar down there called Sullivan's. Mm-hmm. It kind of reminds you of the bar that you might have seen on TV on that one show where it's a bar. It's a lot of scoot and boogie type music, country music.
What kind of music?
Huh?
What kind of music?
What do they call that? Boot, scoot, boot, whatever. It's Western. They call that boot,
scootin' music?
Yeah, something like that. Wow. And there's like 7 bars in there. It's just a big. I've never been there, but I heard about it. I've been by it a couple of times. So we went to the hotel, dropped our trailer wherever we had to drop them, went over there.
Yeah.
I think she was a prostitute.
No.
I think.
No.
I'm not sure. But there's a whole story that goes with that because one of the guys I was with.
Okay. Well, leave him hanging.
That's what she said. Leave him hanging.
leave the audience wanting more information.
I can't believe you got bugs in your coffee. That's disgusting.
That's disgusting. Why did you do that?
I'll make you another one.
That's disgusting.